Hello everybody and welcome to the show. This is Creative Visions TV. I'm your host Karen Dahlman and you guys all know my board partner Rodney.
Hi.
Hey, glad you joined us today.
I am happy. Hey.
Oh yes.
Look at this unique shirt I'm wearing.
Yes,
guys,
yes.
Can you see this? Can everybody see this?
Check it out, you guys. I got to tell you about this. We've got an event coming up at the Talking Board Historical Society, and this picture on this shirt is a woman who we call the mother of Ouija board. It's a woman that most people don't even know that she exists. It is written in my book, The Spirits of Ouija, but it's information that was uncovered just about 5-6 years ago through some letters and papers that they found. So this woman, it was kind of like pushed out of history for a while. Nobody knew about her for 125 plus years. But now we're going to be honoring her and celebrating her with a new headstone at the cemetery where she's buried in Denver. We're selling tickets to the event. We're asking all you all to come out. You can donate, you can sponsor. If you sponsor, your name will be immortalized in this process, and you will also get a wonderful Talking Board Historical Society wooden board and planchette, and you'll get a t-shirt like one that he has on or one of our other t-shirts we have. But anything you do and buy at our website at TBHS.org, it's all for nonprofit. The proceeds all go to supporting all the things we do, Talking Board Historical Society does to support and keep the history alive, the folklore of the Ouija board and Talking Board. So we'd love for you to join us. It's going to be a great event in Denver, September 22nd. All the information's below. It's on my website too, and I'll send you directly to tbhs.org to learn more about it. But this woman is wonderful, and it's an honor for me as a woman myself to be involved in this historical event where she's going to be remembered in history once again. It's going to be a great time.
You're going to have a blast. I can't wait to see what comes from that event.
Well, you guys know on the internet, if you search, do a Google for Ouija board headstone, you're going to find the one that this same group, TBHS, put in, and it's for Elijah Bond, who was the patent attorney that got the name Ouija patented. And by the way, Helen, this woman right here, Helen Peters Nosworthy, went with Elijah Bond to the patent office to get it patented, and there's a whole story behind that. You have to watch other videos to see that at tbhs.org.
Way to tease it. Way to tease it.
Yeah, or come to TBHS on YouTube, and you can watch the shows there. The link will be below too, where we talk about this history. It's really fascinating. So anyway, we were talking to the guides who've already been on the board, communicating with them, and they said they wanted to bring something about the role of what's going on with this historical event we're doing and the unveiling of the headstone. So we're not sure what all the message is going to be, but they have something to share with you here about this event. So let's do it. And you know them, it's universal. It's not just going to be about the event. It's going to be about all of us and how, something that's going to help all of us in some way. You guys know how they work. All right. So we're already recording. Oh, I brought some crystals out today. They just felt like they needed to be here.
I'm having stuff too.
Okay, we're just having a quick drink. Hey, cheers.
Yeah, cheers the major mug.
And cheers to you guys. I always appreciate you guys joining us here. Okay, so you ready, Rodney?
I'm ready.
All right, let's do it. And here we go. WHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYOWHYO R H O W E, D I D W E L O S E H E L E N T-O-T-H-E-M-A-L-E. Okay, we have quite a few pages. I think when you put it all together, it's about 3 full pages.
Wow.
1, 2, 3, okay. All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Why or how do we lose Helen? Would you be surprised to know that it is because she is a woman? Not that somehow she was pushed as aside because she was a woman, but rather because she was a woman and had no desire to be recognized for her role. No matter how important it was, this is a lesson that supports the feminine role that you have chosen for your society. This makes for the strongest society and to ensure the ongoing perpetuation of a strong society. Why is this, and why did the feminine choose this model? This model depends on the strength of the feminine and the willingness of the masculine to accept their role as the protector of the feminine. As you know, a woman is all woman, while a man is only half feminine. This is why there is often confusion. To be the warrior is to protect the feminine and die doing so if necessary. It takes only a single male to repopulate a society, but several women. This is why the female has chosen this role, and because there is less ego in the female, this formula always works. But make no mistake, the woman is the strength, and the male supports her as she has constructed and instructed. If the female changes the role of the male, your society will be wakened. If the female changes the role of the male, your society will be weakened. Speak of Helen in glowing terms and honor the female while doing no damage to the male.
Well, that's interesting. It started with her and ended with her.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I read this right. It says, why or how do we lose Helen? Would you be surprised to know that it is because, so my words are kind of scrambled here, because she is a woman, not that she was somehow pushed aside, okay? Because...
Not that somehow she was pushed aside because she was a woman,
but
rather because she was a woman and had no desire
to be recognized. It's the ego. A lot of times we want to be recognized because the ego wants to be recognized.
Yeah, so she set herself aside. She didn't get pushed aside.
Not because she was a woman.
Yes, they didn't say, "Oh, you're a woman. We don't."
Yeah, and that's what we all believe. We think when we see these letters that we found, she was very honored in the letters. Actually called a gifted psychic herself, and definitely important to when the board was named and getting its patent. They were nobody discounted in the letters. They all acknowledged that.
But because of her belief in her role as a woman.
Yeah. She didn't need to have the glory.
She didn't need to have the,
This is me, I did this.
Right, and so she stepped aside more than she was pushed aside.
That's it. It's not because she's a woman, but it's that somehow that she was pushed aside. No, it's because she was a woman, but rather because she was a woman and had no desire to be recognized for her role, no matter how important it was. Okay, this is a lesson that supports the feminine role that you've chosen for your society. This makes for the strongest society and to ensure the ongoing perpetuation of a strong society. So basically you're saying when you get out of the way of your ego or try not just to go, hey, me, I'm going to step aside and let somebody else have an honor or something, then that helps perpetuate, it says, a strong society. What do you think about that?
The feminine role that you have chosen. So are they saying that the feminine has chosen to be not up front, to be less dominant?
I think it's what I'm hearing, but they're also the one that is at the end, yes, but they also say she has the strength.
Right, but they
do that too.
But they chose that. They're the ones that made that decision.
Women, yeah, the
women
female.
have decided this is the best for the society. You're right. They have no ego. They said, we'll step aside here to keep the society strong.
Yeah.
Because we don't need
yes,
to have that recognition.
And if we awakened this within everybody, we would all come to a stronger society.
So where she didn't need the recognition here, they're saying society, women in society have as a power said, we don't need that recognition.
Yeah, and I think it's Helen here. They're saying Helen is a great example of this. How in history, why does she get wiped away from history? Not because she was a woman, because she chose to take a back seat to all the pomp and circumstance that was going on around this board. You guys, this was so popular. Early 1900s, late 1800s, the spiritualist movement was going heyday crazy, and this was a real popular tool they all snatched in, and everybody was using it. It's in everybody's household. So they're saying even during all that, and they're writing letters back and forth about who created the Ouija board, who developed it. She's saying, "Whoop, I'm out of that. I don't need that recognition." But they're saying this is really important for us to look at it as a whole society, that we all don't really need that recognition. It's really about the fact that, okay, it happened, history happens, and does somebody need to be in the forefront of that? And sometimes yes, sometimes no, but they're saying she's an example where she said, no, I'm gonna step aside because I don't need to have all this glory, basically. It's a very interesting message. And it gets back into our topic we talked about before, the power of the feminine that came from the honeybees that came through. Link below if you missed that session.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, watch that one first. If you so watch this, go back and watch that. They're talking about too, the masculine, there's this confusion. There is often a confusion to be the warrior, and it is to protect the feminine and die doing so if necessary. It takes only a single male. So
what does it mean that woman is all woman, but the
man is only half feminine? Well, if you think about it, we have both those traits within ourselves. And I think a female have that too, but some reason, I think we allow to the feminine to dominate, which is fine, because right now in our society, a lot of the female attributes are not recognized.
Do you think it's genetics?
It could be in our DNA source code. It could be genetics. It could be also, I'm thinking probably more, it's taught. And when I mean taught how we should behave. And
well, I was thinking more on the lines of XX.
Oh yeah, XY, right. Yeah, I think it's in our source code to be this certain way where females, they're saying, are the strength behind it all, but not at the expense of the masculine. We talked about this before.
Right.
And that's genetically imprinted within us. But I think what happens in a society, we start saying not even the masculine cannot display any feminine characteristics. That's what I was trying to say. So they're saying this is a good example how we need to build it. The male, it has that energy within him, the half female, that DNA code. And
maybe that's the confusion.
Yeah, it becomes the confusion because you have sort of masculine that's kind of over-influencing, taking over that feminine aspect within. And I think that's society pushes that, I think, a lot of times. Although we're seeing the pendulum swing. So I find this really interesting that this board unveiling, the headstone unveiling we're doing for Helen Peters Nosworthy is an example of something larger happening on a macroscopic level.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Isn't that how the world goes? You do something else within your own world, within your own realm, and you're seeing it also repeating in a large scale somewhere else out in the world. It's beautiful. But I love this part. It says, and then when you speak of Helen, speak of her in glowing terms and honor the female while doing no damage to the male.
And so what are they saying? Don't say that the men pushed her out.
Yeah, and we don't believe she did. But I think some people might have thought that at first. But we're saying, no, that's not the case. And we're all very clear at the Talking Board Historical Society that after we found all these letters and everything, that for sure she was honored. And for us to do the same thing and never blame it on the men that they pushed her out. She chose to take a back seat. There you have it.
There it is.
Yeah. So what do you guys think? I mean, who knows? I didn't know this was all going to come out, but it sounds like they still have a lot to say and talk to us about the balance of the male-female, as well as the interplay and dynamic exchange of energies within ourselves and with each other. And nothing is just stationary and should be one way. It's like it's always playing and dancing with each other. And so think about that. Again, what's happening in your life with the female and masculine on a microcosmic level is also happening out there on a more macroscopic level. So think about those correlations. And thank you for joining us here. Glad you're always here joining us at our show. Leave your comments below. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and please like our videos. And until next time, happy boarding. Bye, you guys.
Bye.